welcome back to my channel, and today we are here in Agriya, the 88-hectare mixed-use township of Damosa Land, and we are here today with our project head of Agriya, Ms Macy.
Hello! Welcome to Panabo City!
Hi, Ms Macy.
Good morning. No, you just sorry. I finished your intro. Okay.
Yeah, that's the intro.
All right. Yeah. All right.
So, Ms Macy, can you tell us about Agriya, since you were here when it started and you moved here pa, all the way
transplant, right?
Na-import pa, all the way from Manila to head this project.
All right. So if you're familiar with the entire group, which is the Anflo group, we actually started in agriculture. So with Tadeco being the roots of the company, it was but natural that we give back to Panabo City, being Tadeco is also located within Panabo City. And this project is parang our tribute to our agricultural heritage. So within Agriya, which means Agri-City by Anflo, we incorporate various agricultural practices, agricultural industries such as aquaculture. We also have livestock within the area and township. And at the core, we would like to highlight the importance of agriculture being part of our lives and continuing the agriculture practices at different levels. So for example, being a township project over 88 hectares, we have partnered with UPLB. So UP Los Baños is establishing the Professional School for Agriculture and the Environment. So one of the important aspects of agriculture is the continuing education. So being the expert in agriculture, it was but natural for us to bring in UPLB, UP Los Baños, to establish a school. Because before, our agriculturists would actually go all the way pa to Los Baños to continue their studies. So to make it more convenient and more convenient for them, we partnered with them. We're donating the land and the first building. So aside from the institutional component of the township project, we also have our residential project, Agriya.
Which is how many hectares for Agriya?
8.9 hectares. We have 177 units. So this is low density. Our average lot cut is around 300 square meters. We have 7 house models that people choose from. So if you take a look at it, it's a 300 square meter lot. You can actually have a house that's around 70 square meters. That's the smallest. The biggest is under 232 square meters, and that's 2-story pa. So if you take a look at it, there's so much open space for you to enjoy. And we'd like to encourage people to begin backyard farms. So small plots that they can grow simple like limoncito, they can grow their own chili.
And you also teach them how to farm.
Yes, because it's very simple actually. Yes, there are such things as overwatering and having a brown thumb, but it's very straightforward. And if you don't try, you really won't know if whether or not it's for you. So that is part of the residential component. Another important thing that we established at the beginning of Agriya is to first make Panabo City a destination. So in order to make it a destination, our placemaking project for Agriya, one of the components is the agri-tourism component, which is naturetainment. So we are—
That's a new word that you coined.
Actually, not us. It was Carrie.
Oh, so, okay. Sir Carrie.
You're being entertained by nature. That's why it's naturetainment.
Sa pandinig ko, yung naturetainment.
Correct. Because you're being entertained by nature. So that was actually coined by our president, Sir Carrie Lagdameo. So naturetainment is an accredited farm site by DOT. And we have several, again, agricultural practices here. So we have a working demo farm. Being the banana capital of the Philippines, Panabo City, we established a working demo farm here of banana.
Does it have the biggest banana plantation in the Philippines?
No naman, it's no. We just, in Panabo City, yes. Tadeco, well, not in the Philippines. I think we are the largest, banana plantation in the Philippines.
In the Philippines.
Yes, Tadeco is the—
Really?
In Asia, in the world, no. No, it's just Asia. In Asia.
So the largest banana plantation
is located
is located here
in Panabo City. So it is but right. Like a lot of people are interested, like syempre school tours, people like college students.
Tourist spot na siya.
Learning.
Spot.
So they wanted to go all the way to the plantation, but because given that the plantation has a lot of considerations and in allowing people to come in, because a lot of the disease is actually carried by foot. So we established here a working demo farm so that people see like a mini Tadeco, how it would happen also, without having to go all the way inside to Tadeco.
The actual plantation.
Actual plantation, because a lot can be compromised with that, diba? Kasi one disease can actually eradicate an entire plantation. So that's actually brought by foot, by tires, by people, by dogs, by animals. So in here, in naturetainment, we have a working demo farm. We also have a banana walkway So, di ba nga, like I was asking you kanina, how many banana varieties have you tried? 3?
3 lang. Oh,
diba?
Saba, Tundan, and Lakatan.
So here we have actually 67.
Wow.
And in the world, I'm sure there are more than 300 varieties.
More than 300. But
Here, so
I've
far,
only tried like 1%.
3, exactly.
3
Less
lang.
pa nga, di ba? So here we have 67. So you'd see a lot of different varieties of bananas. Like even one of the more interesting ones is what we call pisang seribu. It's actually quite long. It's called Thousand Fingers. So later when you go around, you'll take a look at it. So this helps educate people, make them aware that bananas aren't just limited to what they currently see in the market, that there are a lot of other varieties that they can explore and enjoy as well. Also, here they'll see also the process of how it's harvested, how it's prepared for export. Aside from that, we also have the aquaculture area because Panabo also is a coastal city. So we have several fish ponds also, which are growers of bangus. So we have that also, and crabs, mud crabs. And then
you sell these.
We sell them also, the produce to the market. So they can come here, they can fish, you do fishing, and then we just sell it to you per kilo. So it's the experience of you fishing and being able to catch something. Then, of course, that's where we earn the revenue from. Then also there are animals. So we have different types of chickens, diba? We have also different types, we have goats, we have sheep, we have, of course, horseback riding, and we have also our kalabaw or our carabao also. So that becomes a really farm experience for the kids. For the medyo older crowd, aside from it being educational and informative, we create lang a venue for them to be able to go out, something that's interesting, that will be more
and open air.
Open air, and talagang what we encourage people to do is to be outdoors kasi, and live a healthier lifestyle. So talagang be outdoors, walk around, and also to be immersed in nature. Parang ganon. Kasi nga, for the past 2 years, people have been cooped up in their houses.
Yes.
So now, we want to offer that opportunity for them to have a farm site visit without having to think about, may banyo ba? How do I get there? Is it accessible? Do I have amenities? Yes.
And only mga 40 minutes from
Davao City.
Davao City.
Depending on traffic, yes. Actually, on a good day, you can get here in 30 minutes, 30 to 45. Syempre, on certain days, abot ka ng 1 hour. But it really is not
it's still not
inconvenient.
Far. Yeah,
correct.
it's not far.
That's why we try to offer them something that's very comfortable for them. So we have amenities like bathrooms, we have different briefing areas. We have that for them, and also some locators, so that when they come here, they wouldn't have to be thinking about what they can do, where can they stay,
and
then,
may guided tour pa.
Yes, of course. Kaya lang, yun, they have somebody who will bring them around and tell them more about what the farm is.
So it's really a good place for families to like relax.
Yes, of course.
Relax in during the weekdays or holidays. And you have events during certain days of the year, right?
Yes, like for example, diba, there are certain seasons, like you have Halloween, you have Christmas, you have like this coming Easter, you have that also. And also just on a weekend, kasi people look for something to do that's not located in the mall. So this is what we provide for them, like in the evenings, if they want to go out and have dinner and go, and the Earth Mound is actually welcoming for their kids. They can have their dinner here, and then the kids can enjoy the playground. So that's part of one of the things that we'd want to give them, that you don't need to be confined in malls and establishments, that a park is a good place for you to bring your family to enjoy. You can have a meal. You can actually bring your own food and have a picnic. So these are venues for them.
But there's also food for sale.
There is also. Happy Harvest also is here, that they can come in and purchase from there. So we'd like to give them that opportunity. Also, well, aside, Gen Z na ngayon, di ba? Wala nang X, Y. Z na tayo ngayon, di ba? The millennials. They look for spots kasi that are Instagrammable. Yeah, exactly. So, yung iconic pictures lang that they'd want, di ba? Like, is it attendance check, nakapunta na ba lahat? Stuff like that. So it's like, nakita mo yung feed ni ganyan, nakita mo yung picture, we can do that also. So they have their own mga posts and content creation going on. So damay na lang yung fact that, we're also agri. So they post about bananas, they post about horses, sheep, chickens, they post about being outdoors. So that's very encouraging for us.
And you have water activities as well.
Oh yes, of course. Part of that is aquaculture, aqua fun, di ba? So water activities. So we have a pedal boat. So it's not motorized. There's no electricity. It's really your own pawis and effort going into it. So we have the lagoon, which they can use for different activities like pedal boat, water bikes. That's something that they can do also. And of course, the fishing. Fishing is something that you think you're not gonna like, but once nakakatch ka na ng fish, wala na, na-addict ka na. Ikaw, isa pa, one more time. So that's one of the things that we want to encourage them to
My
do.
brother actually loves fishing. He really
Open
goes
sea or
out.
yung mga like this one in the lagoon?
Open seas in Australia, so he...
So he gets the big one pa, the big fish pa. Yung mga like tuna na, ganyan, not
No, not that. He just uses his speedboat to like, go
okay.
around
Galing.
and fish.
Diba? It's
Like
very
a small fish like this.
Kawawa naman. No, but very therapeutic kasi siya. It's just you being quiet and just being, it's a test of patience actually. Because, diba, you have to be very quiet and very patient when you do fishing. So, it's really not for everyone, but once you try it and you enjoy it, then you'll know already what you'll come back come back here to do.
Wow, exciting. So thank you so much for the introduction to Agriya, Ms Macy. So what's the turnover for like the phases? Because it's per phase.
Okay. For Ameria, actually, we are completing already land development in the next few months. We're targeting to complete that by end of May, our land development, because we will be turning over houses already by June or July of this year.
Ilang percentage na sold si Ameria?
70% sold already kami ngayon currently. So that's also because we rolled it out in phases, the inventory, because we started first towards the back of the village and then moved towards the road already, because nga from a land development point of view and house construction, it's more convenient and less hassle for the homeowner later on. So that one, we're 70% sold. We have na lang, actually, it's quite encouraging because you will see we have our smallest house model, which is the Magnolia. The Magnolia is around 52 to 70 square meters.
What's the
footprint.
price range of the
That
houses?
now currently, actually we have no Magnolia available anymore right now, but when we introduced that, it was started at around 6.8 million. It was running alongside 6 other house models. The biggest is the Acacia. It's a 2-story, 232 square meter floor area.
Wow, 200 plus.
Exactly, it's
How
quite
much
large.
is Acacia?
It started at around 15 million, and now it's running at around 17.
17 million.
And if you ask me about the mix, those are the two popular house models actually. So it's on the extreme end of our
The biggest
PCP
and the
smallest. So if you think about it, that's actually quite encouraging for a developer because you're able to tap these types of families that would want to have a first home, own their first home, own a house and lot in Panaboy in a gated community like Ameria. You also have these well-established families and individuals like entrepreneurs that would want to upgrade and set up also in Ameria. So it's quite encouraging when you see.
Usually the families, they're end users, first-time home buyers, or mix na.
There's a mix already. So the smaller ones most definitely are first-time buyers. The others are investment related. A lot of them are really businessmen that want to be now located in a gated community because there is no gated community in Panabo City. So this is actually a gated community, the first gated community in Panabo City that they would want to set up in. So they consider it an investment already. So if you look at it, our best-selling units are at around 6.8 to 7.5 million, followed by 17 million, 15 to 17 million. So it's very encouraging, the market that we have here in Davao del Norte. We also have buyers from Davao City. So for example, you have business.
So your main market, like the majority of your buyers,
Panabo City,
are from here?
Yes.
So you really have a captured market, no? Because this is the first gated
community
residential estate, and it's not just like one development.
Correct.
It's a mixed-use township that
Correct.
has a commercial element,
tourism,
residential, and
then
tourism.
institutional.
And institutional pa.
Yes. So that's the core actually of what a township, that's the come on of living or establishing inside a township community because you have already the conveniences all within the township. So later on, of course, if you want to go to your grocery, do your errands, it's located within Agriya as well because we will have that commercial
So what is
component.
this? So the middle.
This one is the
will be
commercial
component.
arcade. So this has leasable retail space. So you have locators like restaurants, pharmacies, you have hardware located there. You also have land lease areas for larger locators that can establish like a department store. So that will service the requirements of your residential. So that's why if you look at the phasing of our development, we really first established the tourism component, which is one of our biggest marketing tool to establish Agriya and Panabo City as a destination. So that's their placemaking component. Then follows your residential component, because that will create your community, your traffic, your traffic into the development. And of course, institutional anchors, the need and
The last will be the commercial component.
yes, because the commercial component is driven also by your community. So you first need to be able to create a community before you'll be able to set up your commercial arcade.
I think it's a great way to market the estate because you started with tourism, bringing people inside the area, letting them feel and see what the community is like, and
That's right.
parang they can imagine it would be so amazing to live here.
Yes, that's
Bibili
right.
na ako ng bahay sa
Correct.
area.
Oo, parang you one of the most interesting about buyers is that they come back and they bring their kids because the kids want to go back to naturetainment. So therefore, the kids are excited to go to Agriya because they want to go to the playground. And then the parents say, oh, we want to set up our house now because the kids always come back here. So parang it's more convenient rather than having travel. Another buyer comes here, sits down and says, I like the wind, I like the air, I like the open
Yeah, it's
space.
very windy even now.
That's right.
Windy.
So he likes the ambience that you have or the surroundings. So he enjoys that. So it's interesting to see those different types of appreciation from buyers. Because sometimes you think, are they really buying because they're buying, or what else do they appreciate about the township? So a lot of them appreciate the tourism component, the outdoors, the park itself. So that's a good thing, knowing that people are actually interested and appreciate that part of parang their decision making that is taken into consideration.
Parang they came here just to like look around and have fun, and then they ended up buying a house.
Yes, because the kids
they
enjoy this and then
they
enjoy
enjoyed
that.
So much.
So yeah.
And it's a good mix of, living in the farm and also living in the city.
That's
because
right.
if you really live in the farm, that's really far.
Yeah.
Farms are far from the city, far from all the conveniences that you also need.
Correct.
Especially if you have a growing family and
Yeah.
they need to go to school, so you can't actually live in a farm.
Correct.
Parang pag ano ka na, when you already retire, that's when you can move to a
Yes,
farm. But
that's right.
here, it's like you feel like you're in a farm, basically, like a huge farm estate, but still very, very close, like within the city lang.
Correct. So that's what when people ask us where we're located, they always ask us, is it passable? Can cars come in? And we're like, we're just 500 meters from the highway. Roads are concreted. So parang we're trying to show them that it is accessible, yes. It is convenient. It is something that they're able to come to enjoy at any time. It doesn't necessarily have to be, kailangan talagang day trip na yan. Yung ganun ba? So parang at any time they feel like, punta tayong Agriya. Sige, para ka nag-lag lang sa mall. Ganun lang. So parang, punta na lang tayo Agriya. Okay. Yung parang ganun. So that's what we're trying to do. Like, it's part na talaga of their daily activity, their family's options to do. Picnic na lang tayo sa Agriya rather than going to the mall, which is so much more better, di ba?
And they can bring food pa.
Yes, they can bring their own food.
So, less gastos kesa going to the mall. You have to eat out.
Also, it's just, it's been
More chill pa.
two years already of people being in their homes. So it's nice that people are outdoors, people can enjoy nature lang talaga. Kasi sometimes that's what you forget. Diba? At certain times people would say, parang kailangan ko na ng dagat. Parang diba, you look for that. Here kasi, like when I go to work on a daily basis, I don't have to think about like, when you step out of the office, you see green, it's refreshing.
It's refreshing and relaxing.
Relaxing. So it doesn't become, it's something that you look forward to. It's part already of what you build into your day-to-day ba, like that.
And you're so blessed because this is your office.
Exactly. Kaya nga pwedeng casual eh. Just kidding.
Okay, so what activities do you have? Last question. What activities do you have scheduled for the year para you can also invite people to come and visit?
Well, continuing pa rin with all of our different activities, particularly for Ameria, we still have a lot of open houses coming in. We welcome people to come in because we have several house models already going up. So if they want to view that, we're always welcome for walk-in. We're open from Monday to Sunday. Yun nga lang, hindi 24/7. But we're open the entire week. And then for naturetainment, every weekend, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we have like different food locators, homegrown brands from Panabo City that set up. They come in. So these are locators that don't really have a store per se. Some of them
Parang
actually
booths.
meron na.
They set up a booth
because
here.
they used to be like homegrown brands. And like they're working out of their homes during the pandemic. Then they're
Home
big
base,
brand,
yeah,
home base sila.
businesses.
And then now they're really big in terms of their clientele, and they want to be more accessible. So we offer that venue for them. And then also,
So what time is that usually on weekends?
normally we start around 4 in the afternoon up until 9. So talagang it's just really a quick 5-hour, 3-hour, like just to be outdoors, to enjoy food and family outdoors. That's basically it. We have viewing of movies outdoor if they want for their kids to do. We still have the playground. And also, just the Easter activities coming. Yep, just the Easter activities coming up.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Ms. Macy. So let's check out the area.
Sure.
Tour na tayo.
Okay, cool. All right.